This episode of Nintendo Pow Block is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support Nintendo Pow Block and the Boss Rush Network, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network and see which tier is right for you. Thanks for your continued support. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, the enlightening, excited Eddie V. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Derrick. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Edward. It's time for a middle of the day podcast.
Yes. It's Nintendo Pow Block, everybody, and I'm excited to be here to be talking about all things Nintendo with you, Corey. It's been a while since we kind of talked about some Nintendo things.
Yeah,
but
yeah. This is weird because we're recording in the middle of the day because of some scheduling things, but also like you have to work the rest of the week, and so we don't have time. So we're technically recording this on the Monday before the next episode comes out, and so
yes.
I don't really know what we're gonna do. We kind of just decided to do this on the seat of our pants. So we're gonna go through the normal segments, but it might be a little bit speedier than normal, and it might be a little bit, it might be one of those episodes.
Well, Corey, I do want to say for everybody who has not checked out bossrush.net, do check it out. We have a great redesign. Corey, would you like to speak on that before we go on with the show?
Sure. We redesigned the website, but in all seriousness, it was it's still kind of broken, and I don't understand why it's not posting certain things, but I'm trying to figure it out. But overall, it's got a new look. It's got a new feel. It's got definitely feels like it's not from like 2004 anymore. So very happy with it at the moment. Although I don't understand why it's there's some things that are broken, and I don't understand why it's not doing certain things, but that's okay.
And we also have a redesigned, more organized YouTube page, so you guys can also check that out and everything. Oh, Corey, what a crazy week. Everybody has been watching Evo 2024. They announced their winner, so congratulations to all of them. Street Fighter 3 seems to be the most hyped, with a lot of clips that's coming out. And there's a fight with Hugo versus Kid that's going around, and the way that the person won it was like super exciting. But Jared Green, shout out to him, he posted a video where the player who's doing Hugo, he does the split, like front splits facing, and I was just like, oh, he busted like that, okay, King. It's literally funny. I'm like, oh wow, I did not expect that. Tekken 8 got Hihachi coming back, and everybody making memes about that and stuff. But like, I'm super. I posted that I wish I could go to Evo now, because it seemed like it's super hype. And it seemed that, I guess now that it's back kind of in a stadium and stuff, like, I'm not even mad about Smash not being there or anything, but I'm like, it seems so hype that all these people in the fighting community come to this tournament, watch people fight, or express their skills in different games and everything. And it's just like, I think I want to do Evo one year, and just go there to talk to people about fighting games, and just watch the matches, and just root for whoever, and be like, oh, they did this, they did that, and everything. So I that may be one of my goals in the future. But yeah, Evo 2024 was hyped this year, and I truly did enjoy watching parts of the fights and stuff. But yeah, congratulations to all those winners for it.
Nice.
So, well, Corey, how about we get into Snacktendo? Corey, what
Yeah.
have you been snacking on?
Well, I went on vacation this past weekend. Well, a little vacation, I guess you could say. And so we had a lot of pizza. We had we had some good breakfasts, and we had uh what did we have that second night? Oh, I had this thing called a double stacked quesadilla, which was
Ooh.
um it was chicken and cheese and chopped up jalapenos and black bean and corn mix inside this quesadilla. But then they how you normally fold a quesadilla and it's just one tortilla. Well, what they did was they put a crunchy tortilla in between the soft tortilla, and then they folded it again over the crunchy
Mm.
tortilla, so it was almost like a crunch wrap, but
Ooh.
like from like one of the bars or grills down there, and it was really delicious, Ed. It was really delicious.
It was funny. You posted a picture, uh, of a certain place, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah, so when we were there, there was this there is a place called Wario's Pork and something.
a beef and
Yeah,
pork."
beef and pork or something, and it was like, that's funny, but also like, ugh. Ah, I don't know if I really wanna, eat there, but, you do what you need to do, I guess. It was funny though. It was fun. Uh, we really had a lot of fun, and Riley had a lot of fun, and it was just, it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that she had a lot of fun. Uh, she has been just like really all over the place for a while, and it's just really nice to for her to you know be happy and be herself, and um, yeah, yeah,
Ah,
it
cool.
was really fun.
That's great. Well, for me, everybody, I actually had a bento box for the first time. I had the Dishiko bento box. And it contained salmon teriyaki, shrimp and vegetable tempura, fried spring rolls, cucumber salad, miso soup, and rice. And man, was it good! um, I I was eating this the salmon with the rice. It was just a perfect mix. They gave me sweet and sour sauce for my spring rolls. I ate those quick. I ate the vegetables. They had green beans on in it, but I didn't do the green beans. I'm like, this might affect me and everything. But the fried tempura, like the shrimp and the vegetables were so good. There was one of them I bit into it and it wasn't a potato, but it was some kind of like green vegetable to it. But it tasted almost like a potato, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I tried the fried um not spinach, broccoli, some fried broccoli that was with it. And I kind of think I'm just like, I wonder, was I supposed to dip this in something? But I just like, I ate it as much as I can. And then I left and went to work and had some snacks there and everything, like some Reese's Pieces. They have this big cup with the Reese's Puffs in it and everything. I just needed something sweet, something chocolatey, and that was on clearance, so I just had that. And it was okay. But then late at night before I left, I'm like, why do I have a taste for Chipotle? So I ordered
Mm.
Chipotle. Uh and it was really good with that. So that's all my snack tendo that I have. So with that, everybody, we're gonna get into playing with power. And Corey, what have you been playing with power?
I have been playing a lot of a lot of Paper Mario, and it's been really interesting to play that game 20 years after it came out. It's I really like the game. I want to preface that. Uh, I also think that it could have used some more quality of life changes, right? Where
Mhm.
obviously Paper Mario is 20 years old, and but also like a lot of the games that have come out since uh, have done a better job of doing some new and interesting things, and even the Switch generation with a lot of these remakes and remasters, there have been a lot of quality of life changes, and I'm a little bit shocked that a game this beloved didn't get that sort of love. And granted, it looks amazing. Obviously, all the assets are great, but it is a down to the nail kind of r- ground up remake,
Mhm.
and they stuck strictly to to the original game to a T, and I don't think that benefits its people love this game, right? People love the original Thousand Year Door. I've
Yes.
heard a lot of takes that that it's not the game that they remember, and that it's not um the amazing game that they remember on the GameCube, and that they thought it was better when they played it back then. And granted, like, it was 20 years ago, we were all a lot younger, and 3D games were coming into their own, and Nintendo was exploring new options with the GameCube in different directions, and all these things, right? So like that whole generation was a whole kind of epic experiment, I would say. Uh, and some games hold up and some don't. I mean, we look at something like Metroid Prime Remastered and how amazing that feels with just modern, like they gave it modern first person shooter controls, and I think that's basically it. And look at the quality of life that that game now has.
Oh yes.
Um
It it's like it really like it's almost a brand new game than the
yeah,
original.
let me tell you what I wish this game had. And this would have gone such a long way in my playthrough. Fast travel points between save spots. Fast travel points. That would have, because this game has a ton of backtracking,
Mhm.
and which is fine. I don't care. And a lot of RPGs, especially from that area, have a ton of backtracking, but there's no fast travel system, and that has really um, made the game really difficult to keep up with, in terms of, oh, I'm excited, we're gonna go do this next thing. Oh well, we gotta go like all the way back over here to Rogueport, and then we gotta go up to the tree again, and then we gotta go down the tree, and then we gotta go save the little minion people, and then we gotta, what, it's just like all these different things that are like, oh well, you probably could have cut an hour out of this experience by just adding a fast travel point. And I understand that, like, okay, yes, there wasn't one then, there's not one now. A lot of RPGs have fast travel or don't have fast travel, whatever. It just really would have helped. Also, there's way too much talking in this game for there
Mhm.
not to be voice acting. Right, right? And it's just like, oh my gosh, man. There's even a joke about there being too much talking, where like every time you run into Luigi, he has a new story to tell. And then Mario and whoever your partner is at the time falls asleep by the end. And it's like, this is me literally every time somebody talks.
Which is that's the joke of it.
I get it, but it's not funny because that's literally how I feel. And I just like, oh my gosh, just and I get it. Again, I get it. And I it's not bothering as much, especially this weekend when I was playing, because I didn't really do any work this weekend. I was just kind of
Mhm.
relaxing and playing it and taking my time, but still, like, this game, it has like a 30 or 40 hour runtime, it said online, which I'm like, I don't know how this game is that long, but I'm like, you probably could have cut 5 or 6 hours out of that runtime by fast travel and letting me at least speed up the text, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no way to speed up the text when you're reading either. So, but overall, enjoying my time with Paper Mario. It's just it's an old game, and you have to remember that it's an old game, and uh so but what else did I play? Hold on. Let me whip out my Switch here, Ed, and let me tell you what else I've been playing.
Nice.
I have been playing a lot of Tetris Effect. Um
Yes.
and I also played some Mario Kart with my kids. They like Mario Kart. So oh, Ed, hold on. I have show and tell.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, everybody. We have some show and tell that is going to be coming, and I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it, everybody, so this is completely brand new. So, what could it be, Corey? I'm excited. Ooh, you guys ready? Here we go. What is
So
the thing you have
first
to
of
show
all,
us, Corey?
I got another amiibo. I got the Daisy amiibo.
Yes.
It's the Smash version. Now, I have to call out Best Buy, Ed, because I ordered the Super Mario set Daisy and they sent me the Smash set Daisy. And I
Oh
I understand
no.
that the Smash set Daisy is harder to find, but the Mario set looks nicer. And I was like, well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing of trying to return it and getting the other one because who knows if they're going to have it. And then I'm not going to have
Yeah.
either of them. And I'm going to get both of them anyway at some point. So it doesn't really. Uh, but I also got the special edition of Tunic on Switch.
Yes.
And it
Nice.
has a manual and a bunch of stickers. I'm not going to open it up here, but it has a bunch of stickers and a manual and a art book inside. And um, a lot packed in this little tiny container. I am kind of upset though that like whoever packed this box, the corner of the instruction manual is like bent and creased, but
Oh no.
whatever, it's fine. It's cool. I've been wanting to play Tunic for a while. Obviously, you know my love for Death's Door, Edward.
Yes.
And I tried to play Tunic right after Death's Door, and that was a terrible decision.
I know. Yes.
So after Paper Mario, my goal is to finish Link's Awakening and then go right into Tunic.
I'm like I said, I'm doing Persona 3 on Switch, which I gotta get back to. But I think I'm going to get back into Mario Wonder due to Digital Foundry's discussion and everything.
Cool. And then
So,
also, I've obviously just been playing Destiny, but we don't need to talk about it here. Echoes Act 2 is going on right now, and it's the story's really great. I'm
mm,
really fascinated with the new character, the new kind of big bad of the episode, the conductor, who can kind of manipulate the Vex to its will. And it's really cool. It's about this whole like rogue faction of the Vex. Uh, and it's also affecting exo characters, like the robot race in the game. That's not the that's not the bad guys. Well, some of them are, but that's another story. And this whole story kind of revolves around Saint 14 and kind of the conductor messing with his mind and him realizing that he's not part of our timeline. He's part of a different timeline, and we pulled him into our timeline because in our timeline he's dead, right? And so we it's a long complicated thing, but basically there's this place called the Infinite Forest where the Vex perform all kinds of computer simulations,
mm,
and we went through and uh interfered with their simulation and pulled and saved Saint 14 from his death in our timeline. So now there's a new split in the timeline, and he's coming to terms with that. He's not the quote unquote real Saint 14, and he's not the Saint 14 of this time. And he's struggling to kind of, you know, realize his relationship with Osiris, and they're kind of like we're trying to get him back on course to being the Saint 14 that we know and love, and not, this kind of because he's like the big brooding titan, right? Like he's
Yeah.
the one who headbutts you and shotguns people, and you know he's the force that you want on your team, and him kind of being in his own mind is very different, a very different side of Saint 14. So it's cool. I really like it, but that's all I'm playing, Ed.
Oh, nice. Well, for me, everybody, I'm still playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I am at a point that I'm getting closer to the end of it. I got to the main enemies. Uh, Corpheus is his name. He's the main bad guy. But one of his followers, Samson, I was able to defeat and capture. I there's a point where I was able to do something, to make our the fighting him easier, and I was able to accomplish that. So it's just like now I gotta just go around the world, build up my power level, and then go to the last place. So right now I'm just like doing more side quests, doing more storylines, for my characters, and everything, romancing the boyfriend that I have in the game, and yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it this time, and I think it's the commitment that I have to this game to be like, yeah, it takes a while to learn it, but once you stay with it, and get to know how things work, you kind of be like, okay, now I'm having fun. Definitely looking more to Velgard when that comes out, and I'll be hopefully by next episode I will have this game finished. I just gotta find time to play it, due to work, I should say. But like for Switch, I am like I said, playing Persona 3 Portable, making moves in that, and everything. I haven't got to the first dungeon yet, but I'll be hitting that in a couple of hours, for it, and so I'll be able to get my grind on with that and defeat that boss with it. So, and then like I said, I'll be getting into Mario Wonder a little bit later. And everything. So that is what I am playing with Power. I kind of did hold off Gears of War, due to the fact of Dragon Age, and everything. So um, my goal is to finish Dragon Age Inquisition, play a little bit more Gears of War, and then go to another backlog game that I have for my Xbox that I haven't finished, and everything, because I have a lot of indie games. I have a lot of digital games for first and third party, and I have still like a lot of Xbox One games that I could pop into my system that I need to finish and work on. So with that,
Nice.
everybody, yes, it's time for FamiNews. Corey,
Yeah, we have
do we?
we have a couple news stories that I know kind of broke since you recorded with you know I hear noises coming from somewhere, and I don't know where they're coming from.
Oh
I
no.
hate when ads play on websites and I have no idea
Mhm.
where they're coming from. um so yeah, it's I don't know where this sound is coming from. It's really bothering me. Okay. It's over now. Oh, car commercial started playing. So there are three new Splatoon 3 amiibo are coming, Ed. Um, they are kind of new version. There's two sets. There is a Pearl and Marina amiibo set, and Marina's wearing her orange suit. Um, and then there is a new Callie and Marie amiibo set coming in their alternate outfits as well. They look pretty cool. The Splatoon amiibos are some that I never got into, and
Hmm.
especially like the side characters, right? I have one Splatoon 3 amiibo. It's the Inkling girl with the bow. And then I have one Splatoon 2 amiibo, which is the pink Inkling girl with kind of like the dual shooters. Um, but I never got into the Splatoon amiibo because I never really got into Splatoon, and I really wanted to get into Splatoon 3, but remember they were having a lot of server issues, and then by the
Yeah,
time they got them fixed, like, I mean, look, you know how multiplayer games work. Once you take like a week, if you wait a week or two, especially Splatoon, like you're just gonna get schooled by all the Japanese people who are playing who
yeah.
gotta get online. So
But I was talking to Austin about this, and we was talking about like multiplayer games and things, and I was telling him about. I think that's what I love about Splatoon. I think Pat was there too. I think we had this in our last episode, and we were talking about sometimes multiplayer games and working as a team and stuff. And I think with Nintendo having Splatoon, that the game is designed in a different way because of you having to it's about how much space you could cover with your ink, then naturally fighting a natural multiplayer match with with guns, like that kind of mechanic and stuff. And I kind of just think that with Splatoon, um it's very random on who you'll be grouped up with, and I think I love that factor in it because it gives the team different skill sets, and regardless of where that person comes from, everybody has a chance of being victorious,
mhm.
or bettering the skills, or just having a chance, because it's just like there's no heavy hitters. Someone has a weapon, and it's pros, but that weapon also has its cons and stuff. And so you really just gotta do what you can to become victorious, with what you got. And I just love that chance that even if you lose, you still had fun. You still were able to contribute and not be judged about what you contribute to the game.
Mhm.
I like that with Splatoon. But
Yeah.
yeah, with the amiibos, I don't have that many amiibo of Splatoon either and everything. But I will say I do want the black and gray ones um of it. Uh with her having an umbrella and the other
Mhm.
one in a black outfit. I do want that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are cool. I think these ones look really great. So if you want them, go get them. Uh,
Yes.
so yeah, these are fun. All right, Ed. Our next story, which you'll hear on Expansion Pass later or at some point, but just to kind of talk a little bit about this, Digital Foundry has found that Luigi's Mansion 3 as the best performing exclusive on the Nintendo Switch. So they didn't test every game, obviously, but they did bring a bunch of games that kind of they thought would push the hardware, and that included Metroid Prime Remastered, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Fast RMX, Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario Wonder, and a few others, Astral Chain. There's a few other games on this list, but it's really cool to see something like Luigi's Mansion be so technically impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of hit on this on an expansion pass. That's Ed, but like I think a lot of people don't think Luigi's Mansion is quote unquote technically impressive because the graphics are Mario, right? And not,
Yes.
you know, Zelda or Xenoblade or even something that you would see on a different console. Uh, but like it's the little things that the game does under the hood or things that you see going on screen, like particle effects or the Luigi kind of mechanic, or just some of these other things that Luigi's Mansion is super impressive. And that's awesome. That's cool to see.
Yeah, the Luigi thing is it still makes me laugh, but it's like seeing it move that translucent green with it with these colors. Like, man, how did they do this? I yeah, I do agree that it deserves a spot. I wish there was some other games on there too, because I think there's a lot of games on there that are really impressive graphically on the Switch.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have some sort of database. It's Digital Foundry that says, "Hey, these are the games that perform the best on Switch. Let's see,
Yes.
you know, out of this list of, 15 or 20 titles that perform the best, let's see um, what's really going on here." But well,
Yeah.
Ed, we might be getting new old Tales game on the Switch. Uh
Okay, before you get into this story, even though it is a rumor, the internet went insane because so many people want this to happen. I want it to happen.
well, it's stuck on the
But
PlayStation 3, right? And like
yeah.
it's never been re-released, it or its sequel. And I think a lot of companies are trying to get their games off of the PlayStation 3 and onto current platforms because obviously, I know PlayStation is working on their PlayStation 3 emulation on the PS5, but like I think a lot of these companies would rather sell a remastered version on current hardware,
Mhm.
um, and get it out everywhere, right? And
Yes.
that what is it? Tales of Exilia and Exilia 2, Tales of Zestiria
Zesteria, yeah.
and Berseria are all stuck on the PlayStation 3, right? And so
And Tales of Grace's F. Tales of
yeah.
Grace's was on it. Oh man, I want
So
Tales of Grace's F so bad.
there are multiple of Tales games stuck on that platform, and it's frustrating to people fans of the series that they can't play it on modern hardware. And so the fact that this game that's so beloved, like I think a lot of people kind of consider Xillia as one of the best ones, right?
Yes. I think it's because of the characters. I have it for PlayStation 3. One
I had it
and two.
also at one point, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's I didn't get more into it because just of other games and stuff. But I want to revisit this on if it happens on Switch. But go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
oh
interrupt.
no, 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 you're fine. I just yeah, so Tales of Exilia has been spotted on, let's see, Bandai Namco could be gearing up to remaster 2011's fantasy role-playing game Tales of Exilia, according to a new rumor. Some Reddit users have supposedly discovered possible retailer leaks with Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Xbox listings for surfacing on 3 European websites, all owned by the same company. So that's kind of cool. Tales of Exilia was originally released on the PlayStation 3. It was followed by a sequel in 2012, which was also exclusively on that platform. Uh, Bandai Namco previously released Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition and Tales of Symphonia Remastered on the Switch. Uh,
Mhm.
I wonder if 2 will end up coming over as well at some point. I'm surprised they aren't just packaging them together at this point.
Yeah. I really feel like they're going back to all the Tales games and they're gonna re-release all of those. Like they're gonna get a remaster or and they just gonna come out because I don't think we're getting a new Tales games in for a long while. So I think they're going back
Yeah.
getting those games all out. Then once all of those are out, they'll be like, okay, it's time for a new Tales game. Because after Tales of Symphonia came out, and this might be me in my opinion, but Tales of Symphonia made the Tales game super popular because here in America, we really didn't get those games. And if we did, they weren't doing numbers on PlayStation 2 or anything. Nobody was even thinking about them. Symphonia came out on GameCube, and that certified the Tales series being as a big hit for Bandai Namco, and that people wanted more for the series because it was
Yeah.
something like it's a traditional action RPG. Like you meet an enemy, you scan it, but then you got this 4-player co-op mode of action fighting and stuff, of real time fighting.
Yeah. I I'm wondering how I'm just wondering if they will kind of, I don't know. I think the Tales series is super important. I don't know how
Hmm.
relevant it is anymore. Although I know Tales of Arise was what I played of Tales of Arise was awesome, and I really want to
Oh,
get
that
back
was
to it,
so good. Yeah,
especially because
I
that DLC looked really good that they put out.
I bought it on Series X on sale
Hmm.
for it, and so I want to go back into it and finish it.
Yeah, it was really cool, and so
And that
I
theme
would,
song to that game is amazing. Oh, that intro theme so good.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it was cool, and I really want to see I really want to see more of those games come over because especially to the Switch, because obviously the Switch and whatever its successor is, handhelds seem to be the place where people go to play JRPGs, and so
Mm-hmm.
that'll be really cool to see as well.
Yes.
But
I
that's
forgot to.
what? Sorry.
No, it's just that I forgot about Tales of Arise. That was the last one that came out. That was the like newest one that
Yeah.
came out.
Um, yeah. So that's it. That's all the news for right now. Obviously, like I said, we're recording on the Monday before,
Mm-hmm.
like, 7 or 8 days before this is supposed to, like, come out. So there will definitely be news that we will be covering on the next episode that is older, but uh, like, we wanted to get an episode out for everybody, uh, because
Yes.
you all you all make us happy. So
Uh, there
uh,
is one more news story, Corey. And I was talking about Evo. SNK versus Capcom Chaos is also coming out on Switch, and they're going to have Zero from Mega Man, Zero, being in the game. A lot of people in the fighting community was super happy about that. I'm actually going to pick this one up because I never got to play a SNK versus Capcom fighting game. I never got to try it, so this is gonna be my first time picking it up when it drops.
cool.
Um, yeah.
Cool. Um. All right. Well, let's talk about the games that are coming out this week. So that would be what's this month? July. Um.
Yes.
So this will come out on July 29th, right? That's the
Yes.
20 30th, 31st,
Hmm.
somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. Operation Tango is coming out on Switch. I don't have these kind of written out, but we'll just go through them anyway. Operation Tango is coming to Switch. Star Wars Bounty Hunter is coming to Switch, which has supposedly has a lot of quality of life improvements to it. Um, Take that with a grain of salt, though. It is Aspire, and they haven't really been producing like they used to lately. But maybe this will be the one that turns them around. Who knows? I really liked Bounty Hunter. It's the Jango Fett kind of origin story game that came out during the GameCube, PS2, Xbox generation.
Hmm.
Thank goodness you're here is coming to Switch. Uh, Tomba Special Edition is coming to Switch from.
Yes.
I know some people are looking forward to that. Uh, let's see here. What else is coming to the Nintendo Switch that week? We have Cat Quest 3 also coming that week. That before um, we record next. SteamWorld Heist 2 is also coming out. The SteamWorld team hopefully won't be too affected by some because I heard their last game did not sell very well, and I hope that they don't have to lay anybody off. But um,
All right.
SteamWorld Heist, people like that game, so yeah, it's kind of like a 2D side-scrolling. Uh, what do you call it? XCOM, so, which is weird, but cool. But that's it, Ed. We don't have any questions because, again, this was kind of spur of the moment. But you can join the Discord and write in for those questions, and we would like to hear them.
Yes.
Ed, how do we pull off a whole episode in 40 minutes?
By being our normal self and not doing no side tangents.
And Ed having to go to work in like 20 minutes.
Yes, giving us forcing us to have a time limit really does stuff.
It's okay.
Yes. But Corey, before we go, I do this might be an expansion pass everybody. It's going to probably be a Nintendo one. I was actually having a discussion with Austin. Shout out to Austin Campbell. Our alumni for Crossroads, which Corey Nelly is going to be at PAX West this
really?
year. Yes, she's going. She's going to be there for all 4 days. So
nice.
we're definitely going. We're definitely going to try to meet up with her and everything. Everybody, we are getting ready for PAX West. It's everything is in the process and everything. And I'm super excited. But I kind of me and also got talking about the Xbox and FTC kind of fiasco. Maybe legal, I want to say legal drama about Game Pass price changes, and we had a really good discussion about it. We didn't tape it or anything, but hopefully in the future expansion pass, I kind of would like to talk about the FTC and like why and kind of like what they do and why is this a matter, why does this play why do they take part in gaming now, because I don't remember FTC ever taking place in video games besides the Activision deal and stuff. And like, is this something that we're going to see in the future? And like, does this affect Nintendo in a sense? Because I'm like, even though Nintendo is in Japan, can the FTC go after them for anything?
I doubt it. I don't think so. I mean, it's a Japanese company. They can't really, you know.
Yes. So, but with that, everybody, like I said, go check out the website bossrush.net. Check out more of our videos on YouTube. Everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. No woohoo, Ed?
Woohoo!
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushnetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.